So we got the meaning of life today of conviction. So what is conviction, right? Isn't it kind of scary in a sense of saying big conviction? You have been convicted of this heinous, oh so horrible thing you have done. Depending on how you look at it, did you actually harm anybody or damage anybody's property? So did you actually do anything wrong? No. Yet, conviction. What is your interpretation? What is your interpretation of conviction, right? Well, let's get into it. Yes, let's just breathe a little bit now. Let's breathe a little bit, then go right into it. Breathe. In, out. In and out. You know, how much conviction do you have? Because that's what we're talking about today. What do you have as a conviction to doing things, to getting things done, to going forth and living your truest potential? So we have, when we look up for conviction in etymology terms, we have those ideas which one believes to be true as a noun, 1830, plural of conviction, which conviction is also a noun, is mid-15th century, the providing or fixing or finding of guilt in an offensive charge as an offense charged. So the providing or finding of guilt of an offense charge. Proof, retribution. Yeah, anywho, so that's what conviction kind of means. It can mean both, but it does mean those ideas which one believes is to be true. You can find conviction so many places, such as taking a stand is conviction. What is conviction of being a witness? Totally full-fledged belief and knowing. Sometimes it's knowing and sometimes it's just believing, right? Yet, one would say that coming to points upon themselves in the mystery of life is a conviction. Are you convicted to doing something in and of itself, of the ideas and the threshold in those ideas which one believes to be true? 1830, plural of conviction. I do wonder what convictions. Oh, with convictions as a noun. That's what that says. Is those ideas which one believes to be true. 1830, plural of conviction. I see. Well, it's a verb. I just wonder what's the verb. So when you look up the verb of convince, you'll find, conviction, you'll find convince, to make someone believe or feel sure about something, especially by using logic, argument, or evidence. to persuade. To overcome, conquer, vanquish. To conflute. To prove wrong, prove guilty, to convict. Synonym. Hey, look at that. So you can go ahead your whole entire lifetime with conviction, going and convincing everybody of something. Yet doesn't that kind of lead you to karma sometimes? Just sometimes. I don't know. I just don't know. Yeah, let me just lay down the law. Let me just say this. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Conviction. It's let's place it high into confidence. It's like a confidence, just say it's like a duality. It's like you're gonna be here today. It's like you're gonna be here today. And you know what they say, and you know what they say. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Just saying. Hey, 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 hey. Just saying. Yeah, conviction. It's pretty much the guiding force, in a sense, to what is life, right? To our morals and our values and our goals and our desires, right? Conviction is how convinced we are to be able to do something, right? Is it not? It would be, in a sense, and yes, it can be. Now that I think about it, in a sense, I don't know if conviction would be a guiding force or more of what we already think it is, living it, in a sense. That is our conviction. That not necessarily that one day we're going to get there, it's that we're there already. That would be the confidence in behind it. Maybe for some it's like that conviction. That would be conviction for them. Yes, and yes. Yet, you have this ability to go forth and be you. Have your conviction upon convincing everybody through an evidence-based reality that you are amazing. And sometimes in a conviction, we have to be able to have conviction in loving ourselves, right? Sometimes it's not that we got it wrong, yet we got it wrong. We got it wrong. And yet, did we get it wrong? In what perceptual viewpoint are we looking, right? What actuality are we recognizing as our perception of viewpoint of perception that we're manifesting as our reality, right? As believing as that is what we see. Who knows, my friends? My friends, let's take a second to breathe and just let life happen. Let's give it something of a higher power just for a second. That's a higher power that loves you. you go. Yet, overall though, you have this amazing power to have conviction. You have to be clever enough to use what? What was it? Let's see. It was dun 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 dun. Nope, that's not the one. That's the one. I don't know what I'm looking for now. Anywho, you know what? What is your conviction level? You know, your conviction, the actual what is conviction? Not this fallacy what conviction is. Not what society says. All societies are a fallacy. It's just a thought. And thoughts come and go, right? The actualized world is here forever. And it's what you perceive to believe in. The ideas that are so passionately, you so persuasively honest in your opinion would come forth as conviction. What is your conviction level? Do you hold true to your conviction level? What is a conviction level? How do you tell what a conviction level is? That is a good question. It's kind of something I just made up. Yet, anywho, what about a time when you were in your moment of conviction? You know, wasn't that grand? You know, you can feel confident and loved and just in the now moment. That's kind of what the conviction comes from. It's a now moment. It's a guiding force of the now moment, I would say, more than a guiding force of your goal, like a goal or your willpower. Well, I guess I can't say it's not your willpower, because your conviction comes from your willpower, right? Or does your willpower create the conviction behind what it is that you want? Now, one would say that's silly to even ask and say, because why would you say that your power, your essence, would do anything to criminalize yourself? Other than what you believe and what you've already agreed to, in a sense. You know, the only way that you can honestly find a life upon the newness would be finding the blueprint of your life. Or you shall live through everything that you built up in and of itself. Sometimes your entirety of what you are is common sense. Common sense is what made you and shall always be something that guides you, right? Would it not? It shall always, if you are willing to give up common sense, or to give up common thought, for common sense. Well, what do you think you would do with your life if you shall have the power to do as you please, as you're willing? It's about finding your way through life, just a little bit like the harmony. Go forth and be your harmony. Go be your what? Harmony and love. So conviction's like, well, a lifestyle, right? It's kind of not, it's not who you are, yet it's how you portray yourself, right? It's in itself, it's beautiful, and yet it's a challenge to have conviction, because sometimes that conviction leads you to being a witness. And it's kind of like a guiding light to when you showing up and showing up to be a witness and then taking a stand. It kind of gives it's from the same power, actually. It's from the same validity, the vibrance. It's the vibrance, it's captivity that dwells you and pulls you in and of itself, right? It's the connectivity, it's a communication between lines of satisfaction, right? It's the conviction. It's how you take a stand when there is no more for being a witness. You were convinced of something and you're done, or you're in a sense, and then, well, I guess then you would be done taking that ideology, that thought process in and of itself. So here are some quotes. So we have, don't allow your mind to tell your heart what to do. The mind gives up easily. Clouds come floating into my life, no longer to carry rain or utter storm, but to add color to my sunset sky. I like that one. I meant what I said, and I said what I meant. Dr. Seuss. Barton hatches the egg. I can see how conviction can be like being a witness, but with the voice of a witness. Because your conviction is where you take a stand, and it's what it is, and no one can and will stop you. Well, you just won't let them stop you, right? You're gonna keep on keeping on. And forever be with that belief, in that belief, for belief. Now that's interesting. If it's for the belief, then is it really for you? In a sense, I mean, if it adds to your experience and helps you grow, then that's where it's for you. Yeah. If it's not for you, then it's for that thought to grow. Then it's for like a collective sense. Collective sensibility, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. For sure, it's like connecting the dots. In and of itself, right? Connecting the dots. In and of itself, C-O-N, means together. So I'm just saying, there's something about this word, conviction, is to come together, to be as one, to meet along the same path and walk the same journey along the same path, if not before, if not after, maybe not even during. I'm just saying, everybody. I'm just saying. Huh. Conviction, a way of saying no without ever having to say yes. Conviction, a way of connecting the dots without ever leaving the circle. Conviction is kind of like the bottom line of things. It's the deep knowing of the satisfaction of what is life's greatest gift. Knowing yourself, right? Yeah, is it? But yet, it's that conviction of knowing yourself that makes it to where it has a meaning to life to itself, in of itself and for itself, right? So overall, that's conviction. At least my perceptional viewpoint, or rational, actualized perception. Yeah, anywho, you have a beautiful one now. Aloha. And always remember that, the takeaway from this is that there's a difference in meaning of life to everybody. That's what I take from the meaning of life. That's different for everybody. So, you have a beautiful one. Aloha.